Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Patriot Prime. I am an avid Transformer collector and a U.S. Army combat veteran who proudly served this great nation during Operation Iraqi Freedom from November 2003 through February 2005. I've been a fan of the Transformers since I first picked up issue number 3 of the original Marvel Comics series. The nickname Patriot Prime was given to me at Sharticon 2013 thanks to a large Optimus Prime carrying an American flag tattoo that I have on my arm. Within my channel, you'll see reviews of classic G1 figures, Toy Hacks Repro Label stickers, modern figures, various challenges, fun videos with my son, and anything else that I may feel worthy of putting in front of my camera. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out, and if you like what you see, please click that subscribe button and that bell to get notified of new uploads. So welcome to Patriot Prime Review. Starscream, one of the most popular Transformers in the entire Transformers universe. Starscream was one of the original toys that came out in 1984 and was brought to life brilliantly in the cartoon, especially thanks to his iconic voice portrayed by the late, great Chris Latta.
This was almost too easy, Starscream.
Much easier, almighty Megatron, than attacking the real threat, the Autobots moon base.
You're an idiot, Starscream.
Now, Starscream in the cartoon was a perfect bad guy. He was evil and backstabbing, always wanting to overthrow Megatron, yet he was also a sniveling coward as well. Now, in Marvel Comics, Starscream really wasn't utilized that much at all. He appeared off and on until destroyed by Omega Supreme in issue 19. He didn't appear in the comics again until issue number 47, where he was a large part of the Underbase saga, which concluded in issue 50 with Starscream's supposed death. But as we know in the comics, death is never a final option. Starscream was brought back to life by Megatron utilizing Pretender Shell technology. So Starscream returns in a Pretender Shell where he attacks the Autobots and Decepticons led by Scorponok. Starscream separates from his shell, forming 2 individuals, but the shell is damaged, and upon damage to the shell, Starscream felt the pain, and as soon as he got hurt, reverted back to the sniveling coward we all knew he was. Now, as far as the Transformers Classics Pretender Starscream is concerned, he was released at the tail end of the toy line in 1989. Hasbro trying to capitalize on some of the history of the brand in order to maybe revitalize the brand, but unfortunately Transformers ended in 1990. So welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews 1989's Classic Pretender Starscream. We'll start off taking a look at Starscream's Pretender Shell first. Now, I'll be honest, I like the Decepticon Pretenders a lot more than the Autobot Pretenders. And the main reason is the Autobots were always humanoid looking. But the problem was they always looked like humans in fat spacesuits, like Cloudburst here. But Starscream, fortunately, looks like he just stepped off the set of Game of Thrones, except with a laser weapon. Now you'll notice my Starscream has an extra weapon. Since he does look like a knight, I gave him a sword. This sword came from a Grimlock 2-pack. I think when Age of Extinction came out, there was a 2-pack with the old Cybertron Grimlock that came with that sword, so I just used some chrome paint and fixed that up, and I think that looks really good and fitting for this Starscream Pretender Shell. Now, Starscream's Pretender Shell is the same size as you saw with Cloudburst as the regular size Pretenders. Let's put in Skullgrin for comparison, and we'll put in Bludgeon just to show the size differences between original Pretenders, classic Pretenders, and the smaller Pretenders. Now you can tell Starscream is an evil pretender because of all the spikes on his armor, because nothing says I'm evil like spikes. His helmet is covered in spikes. His shoulders, spikes. His gloves, spikes. And his boots, even his ankles, spikes, spikes, spikes. Which goes to all of the fine molded details on this figure. You've got details up here on the chest, here, some details there on the belt. Turn him around. He's got a lot of molded details on the back. Unfortunately, like every other pretender, there's no paint applications. And it's especially bad right down here on the legs, where that's just a big hollow cavity to hold Starscream on the inside. Now, on a side note with his blaster here, I've seen a lot of reviewers take these parts here and actually store them inside the shell. These pieces are guns for the inner robot or the tail fins of the jet mode. But a lot of reviewers don't show those attached to the gun. They in turn leave these to the side or store them inside the shell. But let me show you how these work. There's these little pegs right here that you can slot in either hole here or this slot here. I like the bottom one better because it really sticks in and holds really, really well and gives you a better option to store those tail fins. That's pretty much it for Starscream's Pretender shell. So as the old Pretender tagline says, pretenders hide the Transformer inside. So to get Starscream out in robot mode, the first thing you're going to do is remove the helmet. Now this is where you're going to see a lot of damage on Pretender figures. The paint on the hair is constantly ripped off by the helmets. Fortunately, if you have the helmet, it covers up all that paint loss. Now you're going to go on the back and remove Starscream's wings. Then grab the arms, usually up at the shoulders, and pull the shell apart. You want to go pretty easy with him. There we go. Starscream will fall right out. Actually, he landed on his feet. That's pretty cool. We'll snap the shell. So much for that. We'll snap the shell back together. Throw the helmet on. Remove the fins again. And we'll place this shell over to the side. Once you have Starscream out, what you're going to do is take the arms and fold them forward. Take the wings and attach them on the back like so. They snap right into place. Make sure you got them facing the right direction. You're going to spread the legs apart. Mine's a little tight. There we go. Well, one side went. Okay, there we are. And now the little tail fin guns, actually, you can display these one of two ways. You can put the tail fin guns in his hands, excuse me, which give him that look, or, as I like to display mine, just attach them down on the back of his legs, where they'll go for jet mode anyway. So there you have that. And there is Starscream in his robot mode, or inner robot mode. There is a big size difference between Classic's Pretender Starscream and his Generation 1 version. As far as a robot mode for a Pretender goes, Starscream is not bad. Granted, he is a parts former, which means you have to take different parts off different things and combine them to make a solid robot, but he still retains his original look. Granted, he has way too much black paint applications. His face is entirely painted black. His cockpit's painted black. I don't dig that. You can't really see details at all on him. I wish his guns could actually attach to his arm, because the arm null rays is one of Starscream's, that's part of his signature look. But other than that, he's got good stickers and good paint applications and really looks like his original self. Some of these stickers on here I've added separately, like the Decepticon insignias on the wings and there in the middle of the chest. If that sticker wasn't there, see how wide open that is? A big gap. But like I said, robot mode's not too bad. A lot of nice sculpted details, very well painted, and the stickers aren't too bad. So now let's get Starscream in vehicle mode. Very, very simple transformation. You're going to put the arms down, fold the nose cone up, squeeze the legs back together again. Let's see, I move those arms down first, I'm sorry. So you can spin the wings around and fold the arms up. And there you have Starscream in jet mode. Once again, looks just like the Generation 1 original toy, but the paint could have used some work. The paint behind, right here on the back of the legs, which formed the back of the jet, they could have at least painted the same color as that right there. And maybe some missiles underneath the wings. Once again, way too much black here on the cockpit. Could use some lines to break that up a little bit. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's a very decent vehicle mode compared to what you see with the other Pretenders. And there you have it, guys. 1989's Generation 1 Classics Pretender Starscream. So, should you add a Generation 1 Starscream to your collection? This one's one you're going to want to get only if you're a Pretenders fan or a Generation 1 completionist. Especially now, considering you can go to your local Walmart and find the 1984 reissues. This is actually the commemorative edition from a few years ago, but as of right now, as you can see by this picture, this was taken at my Walmart a couple days ago. There's plenty of them to be found on the store shelves. So guys, thanks for watching. This is Patriot Prime. Hooah! Hey, I really appreciate you guys stopping by my channel. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out some of my other videos that I've done on Generation 1 Transformers, Modern Era Transformers, and Toy Hacks Repro Label sets. Once again, this is Patriot Prime. Hooah!